situation here. Let's see what Darien can do. Stopped by McGee, but put back by Bennett McDermott. That's a goal for the Blue Wave. Jordan with a deep three. No good. Front rim. Jack Tierney with the rebound. Roloff with the three. That's good. Splash.
Cut and turn, and he has now scored his first point.
So J.P. Heron is on the board for Darien and can't get it to go. DeMonicus with the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nice offensive board by Lindsay DeMonicus.
Nice play by Vandenbroek there. Oh, she's
That's Shea Vandenbroek, and there is a short-handed goal by Shea Vandenbroek.
Situation here. Let's see what Darien can do. Stopped by McGee, but put back by Bennett McDermott. That's a goal for the Blue Wave. Jordan with a deep three. No good. Front rim. Jack Tierney with the rebound. Roloff with the three. That's good. Splash.
Cut and turn, and he has now scored his first point.
So J.P. Heron is on the board for Darien and can't get it to go. DeMonicus with the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nice offensive board by Lindsay DeMonicus.
Nice play by Vandenbroek there. Oh, she's
That's Shea Vandenbroek, and there is a short-handed goal by Shea Vandenbroek. Live from Middlesex Middle School. It's Darien YMCA house basketball on the DAF Media Network. We are going to have a lot of fun this morning here at Middlesex Middle School as we are getting ready for the 9th and 10th grade house basketball championship. Should be a good one. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrew. Welcome into this DAF Media Network broadcast. I am joined this morning to my left by a man that our audiences are becoming familiar with, John Humphrey.
Unfortunately, yeah.
John Humphrey, the still the all-time leading scorer in the history of the Middlebury College men's basketball program, and also joining us throughout these broadcasts. We've got a doubleheader today. Is Will Pegler, a senior at Darien High School, who writes for the Blue Wave Sports blog. He has a lot of insight that he'll bring.
Awesome. Yeah, I read his blog. It was very helpful.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
11th and 12th grade championship game coming up after this one. But we are just about ready to jump it up here at Middlesex Middle School. It's the championship game of the 9th and 10th grade house basketball program run by the Darien YMCA. It's North Carolina and Boston College. These are the teams. North Carolina, of course, in the Carolina blue shirts, and Boston College in the maroon.
It's all about bragging rights here. They play hard, good athletes, love the game.
And John, they'll put up a lot of threes.
They love the
teams.
threes, yep.
North Carolina, coached by Barry Brennan. Boston College, coached by Drew Kirby. Boston College is the 2 seed, actually the 1 seed at 10-1. North Carolina, the 2 seed at 9-2. This is for all the marbles, bragging rights.
Yep. Coach Kirby, big stressor of defense, rebounding, communication. You'll get your points in transition, but it's all about defense for Coach Kirby on the BC side.
Will Kirby misses off glass. The second effort by Thomas McElhose. And as you said before we went on the air, he is going to be a beast in the paint for BC.
Better known as T-Mac in the halls of Darien High School.
Okay.
Great soccer player, plays solid defense, and great size.
Got a lot of fans rolling in here now as well, so here we go.
Beautiful facility here at Middlesex Middle School. Nice gym. We are elevated up in the bleachers here, and thanks again for tuning into this DAF Media Network broadcast of Darien YMCA house basketball.
That was money.
Free throws aren't always everybody's strong suit in house basketball, but that was good. When you can get both of them to fall, that's really good.
He gets both of them, and Will, the rules in house basketball a little different from high school basketball.
Right.
It's 20-minute halves, running clock, except on shooting fouls and timeouts.
Exactly. So usually some pretty quick games, 20-minute halves, but like you said, running clock, so it definitely keeps the game moving. But it's quick 45-minute games, but they're really fun to watch, and they're always action-packed. So should be a really good one here. Really excited.
The other thing you'll notice that there's great athletes. Great football players, soccer, multiple sport athletes, and they just don't commit to the basketball program, but they have the skills. They love the game. It's very competitive.
The jumper is off, and the rebound by Frank Drugi. Here's Connor Brennan with the basketball out front. Swings it to John Henry Slaneski. Slaneski pulls up off the back of the rim.
Good D by BC, not giving him any penetration.
And so far, John Henry Slaneski has not met a shot he doesn't like. He's chucked up a few. We're going to have a lot of fun on these broadcasts this morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm told we have people all over watching this, including in London.
Wow.
Nice,
there you go.
nice half hook that time by Connor Brennan, the coach's son. Had a chance to talk to Barry Brennan, the coach of the North Carolina team. He is all pumped up for this one. The turnaround, no good. And Carolina with the ball. Love those Carolina blue shirts they're wearing.
There's Slaneski. He's got that one. Good
nice
move.
Take.
John Henry Slaneski with the easy two.
The straw that stirs the drink right there for Carolina.
And Slaneski with
Heads
the
up.
rebound, and he throws it out of bounds. The intended receiver, if you will, was Will Plunkett. But Slaneski overthrew him. And you can see these guys are having fun, but it is competitive out there. And one of the great nicknames in the Darien community has just checked into the game, Chris Eggs Benedict.
Yes.
Number 7 for Boston College. It's my son's favorite nickname. And I am told that, that Chris has never had Eggs Benedict, which is very interesting.
It's a great move by Kirby there. He's very aggressive to the basket.
Wow.
And Slaneski
That's quite a move.
with the shot. As I said moments ago, he hasn't met a shot he doesn't like.
Yeah, but again, he great, good football player, lacrosse. Again, just really good athlete. Knows the game pretty well. Stocky point guard. The Coach Kirby a little bit short-handed today. He's missing a couple players, only playing with 6 guys today.
Yeah, I asked him how he felt before this game, and he said, well, I felt good until I showed up and 3 of my players weren't here.
Yeah, one at a soccer tournament. I think Bennett Dumas is at a soccer tournament. Ooh. Sweep from the corner. Who was that?
Nice shot. Now, there are no numbers on the front of these shirts, so it is a little difficult to pick numbers out, and that was Tyler Galante with the baseline jumper.
Good help.
And again, it's a running clock, John Humphrey, so this is a little different twist. They don't stop the clock.
Yeah, so if you get up early, a lot of shoe tying and other stall tactics to fake injury. Well, I guess they'll stop on an injury, but.
I think an injury, that's about the only thing they'll stop it for.
And Thomas McElhouse.
T-Mac going to work again.
And he is a load in the pivot for BC, Will Pegler.
Yeah, big kid, really big kid. And as we saw, he knocks down his free throws, so that makes him dangerous for sure.
Slaneski misses
able to get
the
to the
3.
line.
And here's Kirby.
There he is again.
A little too hard off the glass. And that'll be a foul.
T-Mac, good footwork for a big man, too. He's very patient when he gets the rebound.
Tyler O'Brien with the foul. T-Mac inbounds the ball to Kirby.
Like the Kirby-Slaneski matchup.
Kirby, the left-hander. Long 3. And again, Will Pegler in house basketball and house hoops, they're not afraid to let it fly from three-point land.
Yeah, no, never afraid. You'll always see threes going up pretty much whenever, at any point in the game. Nobody's afraid to put up threes, but definitely makes it exciting to watch because pretty much anyone can knock down a 3. Let's see if you can get this one. Nope.
And Coach Brennan bringing in some subs. They're big court here at Middlesex, so hope they've been doing their off-season training because it's a track meet sometimes.
Will Kirby takes a seat on the bench, get a breather. He's done a lot of work out there already in the first almost 7 minutes of this game. We are nearly 7 minutes in to this 9th and 10th grade championship, and Slaneski is on fire right now.
Nice little push-off they got away with there.
Want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew. Luke Cini on camera 1, Jack Roberson back in the saddle, if you will. He plays high school hoops for Darien. He's on camera 2. Our directors are Ethan Haas and Charlie Sears.
Nice pass.
And of course,
go to work, T-Mac.
Wow. T-Mac. Nice effort underneath for the big fella for BC. The 1 and the 2 seed here, Will Pegler, doing battle in the 9th and 10th grade championship.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me pretty much like a toss-up so far. I mean, scoring back and forth so far. As he said, a fast-paced game, so steps out there.
And these games fly by. I kind of like this running time with. And again, at the end of a minute left in the first half, there will be stoppage in play on dead ball fouls, obviously timeouts, and then in the final 2 minutes of the second half. So a couple of different rules with house hoops. And of course, the Darien YMCA basketball program run by a friend of yours, Joe Marzano. Does
Yes.
a terrific job with the Darien YMCA basketball program. Has been doing it for a while.
Yeah. No, I've been coaching I got 3 older daughters and a son, and been coaching for about 10 years in this program. It's very well run by Joe. A lot to coordinate.
And that'll be a traveling violation on George Holt, number 4 for BC. Called for steps. Will Pegler, we've got a good one in the 11th and 12th grade championship game coming up after this. The Suns and the Cavaliers.
It's going to be a great one. When they faced last time in the regular season, it actually went to 3 overtimes. But the Suns pulled it out in 3 overtimes. But that should be a great one. I'm really excited for that one as well. So.
And you talk about athletes, John.
Oh, I
There's
know,
going
yes.
to be some real athletes in that game.
A lot of football players in that one as well. So.
Ooh, can't do that.
We have got a number of live views already on this DAF media broadcast. We're well up into the 30s, so I want to thank you all for watching us. A lot of interest in house basketball. When we started promoting this, we got a lot of likes on our Facebook page, our Twitter handle, our Instagram.
Oh.
Heads up.
Underneath, Eggs Benedict wide open, can't
Wow.
convert, but
T-Mac.
the follow-up by T-Mac. McElhose bails him out.
I think McElhose has been involved on about every play they've scored on. It's crazy. He's really done everything so far for him, as well as Kirby, obviously.
Nice
but
move.
Wow. Nice move underneath for 2.
All right,
And
back
that
and forth we
was
go. I think Kirby's
Will
going
Plunkett.
straight to the basket.
He plays basketball much like he plays football, north and south,
Right.
does Will Kirby. Nice pass there to
Yeah, see,
Liam Wilson.
The quality of play is very high here. You know, everybody knows the game, where they're supposed to move. Good spacing.
Nice
Another
take.
good take.
Block.
Nice
That was
take by
Connor
Connor
Brennan.
Brennan. So the coach's son coming up big there and draws a big smile from Barry Brennan on the sidelines. We're having a lot of fun this morning. Darien YMCA House Basketball Championships. You're watching the 9th and 10th grade championship, the 11th and 12th grade championship coming up after this one. A double dip, if you will, on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew alongside John Hemphrey and Will Pegler. And we brought Will Pegler on.
Yep.
Not only because he's a good guy, but because he knows just about everything about house hoops, especially the 11th and 12th grade league. Writes a power
thanks,
rankings.
There's your
column.
Lonzo Ball three-pointer.
Wow, there's the
off
Lonzo
off
Ball
the glass.
3.
I don't think he called that, though.
Yeah.
How about that? Who was that, by the way? Was that
That was, I think that was Drugi, I believe.
was that Drugi? Was that Frank Drugi? I believe it was.
I believe it was Frank Drugi.
We need spotters. In the,
Well, you know what's difficult here, as we alluded to earlier, was the fact that there's no numbers on the front of the jerseys, just
right.
on the back.
Right.
Chris Eggs Benedict checks out, gets a nice high five from his head coach, Drew Kirby. Into the game, George Holt for BC. Here's Kirby, Will that is, doing work down low. McElhose.
McElhose again.
And BC will reset here. Holt with the ball at the top of the key. Nearly taken away by UNC. And here's McElhose, the big fella, showing off his handle. The turnaround, throws it up off the glass a little bit too hard, and it's tracked down by Frank Drugi. And here's Connor Brennan bringing it up the floor. Connor Brennan with the pink headband and the Hawaiian shorts, I think. I like that.
and the obligatory knee pads, too.
The swag in house basketball is definitely a huge part as
Yeah.
well. Look good, play good. That's kind of definitely a big belief here.
Great point, Will Pegler.
Good
And
take.
a nice
take by
take by
Brennan.
Connor Brennan.
He's coming up big. Better turn around, though.
Heads
There's
up.
Will Kirby going right down the lane.
Continuation.
Off the glass. Actually, that is one rule that we don't have in house basketball. They might want to think of adopting that.
What did they just call?
Continuation. I believe that was a traveling violation.
Looks that way, I think.
Actually, he may have carried
he
the
did.
basketball. He's
Okay.
called for a
Right.
carry, but that is a rule, as you well know, that is
Yeah,
virtually
very
goes
subjective.
uncalled nowadays. And you see carries all the time. Here's John Henry
Nice
underneath
move.
the up and under on the baseline. Slaneski getting it done for Carolina, having a big first half. Will, do we call them the Tar Heels, or is it just Carolina, just North Carolina?
I think both works.
I don't even think we should say UNC.
Right, right.
No, just
Because that would constitute they're part of the
Exactly,
university, which
exactly.
of course they're not.
Exactly. I think Carolina works. I like it.
Oh, nice
Nice
baseline move by
Ooh,
Mike
good
Spenner.
ball movement.
Mike Spenner gives it to John Henry. Slaneski misses,
Nice
but
rebound.
the nice rebound, the kick out, and the three
Big
is
shot.
up, and it is good
I
by
think Coach
Galante.
Kirby needs a TO.
Yep.
Tyler
Yeah, here we go. Good
Galante
call.
with
There we
a three, and North Carolina jumps out to a 23-12 lead with 5:52 left in the first half. We have got a good one here in the 9th and 10th grade House Hoops Championship.
Is there zone allowed in this? Can you play zone or you got to play man?
That would be a question for Will Pegler.
You can play zone. A lot of teams like to play the 2-3 zone. Juniors and seniors will see that a lot as well, but zone is allowed. So we'll see if either team kind of makes a switch to that as we get kind of later into the game. As you guys were talking about, it was definitely getting into a back and forth game. So we'll see if either teams get a little tired here, if they'll switch to a zone.
Yeah.
But that is allowed. So
Okay. Yeah, quick breather for T-Mac. He wasn't on the bench
Yep,
too long, so
yep.
that was a quick substitution by Coach Kirby. Big 5 minutes right here. If BC can, get it back down
Definitely,
5 or 6
definitely.
points at halftime, I think they'll feel pretty good about themselves. You don't want it to balloon up 15, 16.
right.
Here's Will Kirby, the left-hander.
Good
Nice
look.
to
Go to work.
T-Mac in the paint, misses.
They're just not finishing. They're getting to the rim. Both Kirby and T-Mac getting to the rim, but just not finishing right now.
By the way, the Darien High School varsity girls ice hockey team with a big win last night over Simsbury to advance to the semifinals of the state tournament, the Connecticut High School Girls Hockey Association state tournament. So Darien trying to win its 3rd straight girls hockey state championship. So going for the three-peat under the direction of head coach Jamie Tropsa. There's T-Mac. Gives it up to Holtz. Holtz, the
Good
fadeaway.
box out by Brennan.
And Brennan having a big
Ooh.
first half, John.
Wow.
What was that?
And flashy up and down the court.
He doesn't only
don't hate it.
He doesn't only look sharp out there, having a really good first half.
Oh, he wants to pick.
Yep. Stay with it. Good look.
Nice look.
Good
Oh, good
look.
passing.
Wow.
Great interior
That was
passing.
nice.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
Great interior passing, John. You're absolutely right. And Galante with the finish.
A shout out to my 4th grade boys basketball game yesterday. The Alabama Crimson Tide sticking around in the losers bracket. So
You're
big
still
win
alive.
yesterday. Yeah,
You still have life.
Monday night. It's a tougher road in the loser bracket, though. You gotta.
But you can still get to the
Still get
championship game. Chris Eggs Benedict checking out
Win and
for
advance.
BC. And into the game is Liam Wilson for Boston College. And Joe Marzano has shown up, the director of the Darien YMCA basketball program, all smiles, as he should be. This is a championship Sunday for him. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
big.
The
This is a
season's
big
over.
one. This is a big one.
Will Kirby too hard off the glass on that
Yeah, there
ball.
were some complications with the storm that came through. He had a lot of rescheduling issues for the games that were canceled.
Well, as I mentioned, the
Friday
Darien
night.
High School girls hockey team, they were rescheduled twice because of the weather. It was canceled or postponed on Friday night because of the weather, and then they were supposed to play 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, yesterday, but there was no power in the Darien Ice House, so the game was moved to Terry Connors Rink in Stamford, and it was played at 6:35 is when the puck dropped. But we're talking hoops here this
just
morning
cannot
on the
finish.
DAF Media Network. McElhouse too strong.
Wow.
And the
They're just not
rebound
I know, it's
finishing.
tough.
by Tyler O'Brien. We're under 3 minutes remaining in the first half here of this 9th and 10th grade house basketball championship. Darien YMCA, John Henry, baseline pull-up in and out.
Let's get a couple baskets here, BC.
Right. Cut it to single digits before
Yep.
half. I think they'll be okay. Keep this a game here. Tough turnover.
Here's John Henry. He'll walk the ball up the floor, and why not? His team up comfortably, 25-12. Might as well run some clock. Almost thought about taking that three. Thought better of it, though. And that'll be BC ball
I think everybody thinks about a three.
as Frank Drugi.
They get the ball in their hands.
Frank Drugi steps.
A little frustration on Kirby's face here. He needs to get a couple easy baskets, get him back in the game.
Nice look underneath Kirby to Liam Wilson. Can't convert the bunny. And BC's missed a couple of easy shots underneath in this first half. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half of this House Hoops 9th and 10th grade championship. Damian Andrew alongside John Humphrey and Will Pegler. So glad you could be with us on this Sunday morning, bringing you something different on the DAF Media Network. A long three by John
time
Henry
shot.
Solneski.
He's had quite a half.
That is not
Inside,
what BC
outside.
needed.
Yeah.
See if they can get a bucket here.
Here's
Good move.
Kirby. Too hard. And that'll be a foul. That'll be a foul on Frank Drugi of North Carolina.
Yeah, again, Kirby's getting to the basket. You know, he's getting decent shots. They're just not falling right now.
Nice look underneath, but the block
Go
by
up.
Tyler Galante. There's McElhouse out to Kirby. Long three,
Oh,
and he banks it
that'll
in.
work.
Did he call it, Will Pegler? Did he call?
I think I heard him. I think I heard him.
As Bill Rafferty would say, with a kiss.
That's
Right.
right. That's right. We're having a lot of fun here on the DAF Media Network. House Hoops here at Middlesex Middle School.
Nice
Nice
pass.
look.
Nice
And a
defense.
nice
Good play.
defensive effort that time by Gabe Schmidt.
Go up.
Here's Schmidt.
Oh, my.
Throws it up.
There.
Kirby underneath. And Drugi
Stepped out.
steps on the line, and that will just
will do it.
about do it for the first half here as North Carolina up big, 28-15. John Henry Slaneski with a big game. We're going to have to get the numbers on him. I don't know, possibly if that's something you might be able to track down for us, Will Pegler. See if you can
I'm
get
guessing,
some
I'm
leading
guessing
scores.
15. What do you think? 15 points?
Yeah, about that. Had a couple of big threes. Yeah. We are going to take a very short break here, and we will be back with second half action on the DAF Media Network. Welcome back. We are about ready to start the second half of this Darien YMCA house basketball championship game between North Carolina and BC. And it's 28-15, North Carolina with a comfortable halftime lead. And Will Pegler, a big first half for John Henry Slaneski of North Carolina.
Big time first half. He had 11 points there, 11 first half points, and a couple of three-pointers, I think, as well. So they'll definitely continue to look to him as an offensive threat. He's kind of carried them so far. We'll see if he can keep it going.
That's a big first half for UNC.
Oh,
I mean, BC gave up about 35 points a game during the regular season, so to give up 28 and a half, I think shows how explosive Carolina can be. But the game seems closer. I just think there's a lot of missed easy shots for BC. They can get back in this thing. They play up-tempo. They can get back in it.
Got plenty of good looks. So.
And obviously, the three-point ball is big in house hoops, as you have both alluded to throughout this broadcast. So you know as well as I do, the three changes everything. And here's John Henry with the ball on the far side of the court.
Gonna need some stops, though.
Yep.
Goes baseline, fade away, and it's good.
Wow.
Off his back foot, and what a game he is having.
Off the tall defender, too. He had T-Mac right in his face, and he put it up. That was quite a shot.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And BC turns it over.
That's not
Connor
what you
Brennan with the ball.
That was big-time baseline, that turnaround fadeaway. Whew.
So the 2 seed, impressive here. And that'll be a foul on T-Mac as Slaneski will go to the line.
All right, do we go box and one or some little junk defense on Slaneski here? You got to change things up.
You got to do something. I mean, he's
just take the ball out of his hands if you can.
Maybe triangle and 2 on Slaneski and Brennan.
Yep.
Gets the first one.
See, it's a shame he's not playing for, for the high school team, but to ask him to play, 3 sports, it's a big commitment.
Certainly is.
Definitely see a lot of that in house. You'll have a few kids in each league. Usually, you'll say, "Gee, he could probably succeed at the varsity level," but they usually have other sports going on, or they have another different primary sport. As Kirby knocks down that shot,
he's got to get going.
Right.
Nice little hop step there by Kirby in the paint for 2, wearing the blue headband. He was big as a sophomore on the Darien High School varsity football team this past season as the Blue Wave won their 3rd straight state championship. Yeah. You talk about high school basketball. Darien plays Daniel Hand Monday night in the first round of the state tournament, and that should be a good game. Darien, the 14 seed, I believe, and head coach Sheroy Bentley has done a terrific job with that program. They had a really nice season a year ago. Had some struggles at times this season, but lost a lot of close games. You and I talked about that, John. A lot of close games to a lot of good teams. In fact, they lost by 2 up at Ridgefield. Ridgefield always has a good program. Here's Will Kirby. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out to McElhose.
McElhose's got to reset down low.
And that's an air ball by George Holt. We're having fun here. George Holt won't mind a bit that I called that an air ball, Will Pegler.
Well, you didn't have to call it. I think the viewers saw it. We're at a neutral site, so there's no air ball chant coming from the crowd.
It's BC and North Carolina. And no, these are not the college programs, in case you
mistaken.
Although they are wearing the college colors of both universities. Will Kirby with the rebound, and
he's going.
He's taking it the length of the court, and he carried the ball there. And Chris Eggs Benedict checks into the game for BC. You cannot say that name again, or enough, rather.
Maybe order that up for brunch after the ball game here? I don't know. That's just too easy, isn't it, Damien?
It certainly is. When I heard that, Chris Eggs Benedict is part of DAF Media, and when I heard that name, I just, I couldn't get over it. Such a great name. The nice block by Kirby on John Henry. There's Brennan out front with Drugi. Drugi's played some valuable minutes for Carolina this morning. Nice move.
Why not?
A scoop by Will Plunkett. easier to call the names now as we become more familiar with these
yeah.
players. Here's Will Kirby.
Good D.
The fadeaway forced that shot.
This could be trouble.
Yep.
And Plunkett, a little behind the back there.
Uh-oh.
And it's stolen by Kirby, and he'll take this all the way up and in and can't get it to go. Falls off the front of the rim. McElhost, the second effort. And he is fouled, I believe, by Connor Brennan. It is 6 blue. The officials doing a great job this morning here at Middlesex Middle School. McElhost, T-Mac hoists it up there. Nothing but net. I want to give a shout out to my 11-year-old son who is here on location with Dad for the first time this season. Actually, he attended a football game in the fall, but my buddy Aiden Dobroshelski having a snack, watching this game. He's a big-time hooper himself. Hoops and tennis, good combination. And here comes John Henry Slaneski bringing the ball up the floor with the tongue out. Had the Jordan tongue out there, John Henry.
I didn't see that. Little smack talk going on out there.
Here's T-Mac.
BC's got to go on a run here.
Yep.
Come on. Put something together.
Liam Wilson kicks it to Kirby. Kirby loses the handle a little bit.
I'd like to see a two-man game with T-Mac. Here we go.
Kirby.
That's a good look. There you go.
Off glass and good.
Wonder if Coach Kirby will try to pick up the pressure a little bit. You know, we'll go to a little full court pressure, try to, pick up the pace here. You can press, right?
You
All
can
times?
at all times. Yep. Wow. Big three.
That hurts.
You'd think they might at some point just get a few steals and try to pick up the pace as he carries there. That's tough.
Slaneski just putting on a show. They've tried to change up defenders on him. It doesn't seem to bother him. Big guy, small guy. He can go in, he can go out. Good spacing by Carolina as well.
Here he goes again. Wow.
You kidding me?
That's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to let you kind of carry this broadcast here for the next couple of minutes because we've got a little bit of a technical issue with one of our cameras. We're going to try to iron that out, but a good.
I thought we purposely took your mic away.
38-20, Carolina in control in this 9th and 10th grade house basketball championship.
Which camera did we lose?
We lost our ISO camera.
Ooh.
So we're going to try to get that back, and I'm going to let you and Will kind of call the action here
Sounds
in this
good.
9th and 10th grade championship game.
Need to get something going offensively.
Yep.
Get to the basket here. They're just not getting any penetration, though.
There you go. Oh. Whoa. Nice pass there.
Talk about a no look.
There you go.
Good D by Carolina.
Yep. BC has gotten a few good looks, as you said, but they've struggled to convert. Inside of 15 minutes left here, definitely going to need to start converting those if they want to kind of try to make a run, or at some point they're going to need some kind of run to get back into this one. Down 18
here.
right now.
Yep. You can see that coming.
Yep.
And a push.
And one. 20-point lead, and then we got the free throw here too. So
I don't know what the answer is to stop him.
He's tough to stop.
I mean, again, they've tried a Kirby on him, T-Mac on him.
Right, I think they've put everyone on him, but try to deny him the ball, I guess. But it's tough when he does something like that. He's a strong kid, and he definitely has gotten in the rim really well.
Yeah, and
he can knock down his free throws.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
he can take you outside and hit a three on
right,
you if you play
He's
too
done
far
that in
off
the first
him.
half. There you go, 21-point lead. This could be big. Up. There you go. Oh,
It's
There's
just over
another
and
good
over
look.
again.
I think
Shoot
T-Mac's got about 10 rebounds now, but struggle to finish a little bit.
You got to get the ball out of his hands
Right.
if you're
right.
BC.
Right. Lante.
Why not?
Oh.
Oh, nice pass.
Wow. That'll work. Count that as an assist for him.
Yeah. It's good alley-oop. T-Mac should reset. Let
Right.
low.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, nice pass.
There's a good look out. All right. I think if you run the offense with those two and do that kind of give and go they just did, that's tough to stop. I mean, T-Mac's obviously a huge kid, and Kirby's a strong kid as well. So
Yeah, that was a good two-man game.
really good look. Yeah.
The struggles continue for
Yep,
Kirby.
yep.
He's a heck of a player, but he's just not. The ball's not dropping today.
Right,
Both
right.
all his layups and now his free throws.
Couple of free throws, yeah. Be nice to see him hit one of these here, so try to cut into this lead. Bad. We got
Lane violation.
lane violation, gotcha, so he's going to get another one here. Good. Try to get T-Mac a rest real quick. I'm assuming they're going to get him back in as quick as they can now. I mean,
that's
he's
at this point.
right. Gets his own rebound, though.
Just got to go up.
Yep.
We want,
Struggles
that stuff.
continue.
we want to apologize. We're having some technical difficulties here with our stream.
There we go. Get a stop now on defense and see what you can do. And here we go. I think they're adding pressure now.
Yeah,
At least
I
I
think-
thought. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, and Slaneski's out of the game, so maybe you can put a little pressure
Right,
on some of
right.
the ball handlers. There we go.
good
Push.
rebound. Here we go. Stay with it.
Nope, can't finish.
Yep. Another good take. He got to the rim, but just
Yeah.
couldn't finish that shot. Slaneski's out, but Brennan is definitely a solid point guard as well. A nice little move there. This could be a big three.
Three.
Watch behind you. Call that one on the floor.
Yep, quick breather for T-Mac.
Yep, there he is.
Guys, we are going to take a quick break here. We're having some technical difficulties, and we were going to get our stream back up and running, so bear with us, and we'll be back.
Never know.
You never know. That's how it's basketball, man.
We are back now on the DAF Media Network. As I mentioned earlier, having some trouble with our live stream, but we are here at Middlesex Middle School bringing you Darien YMCA House Basketball Championships. Doubleheader. This is the 9th and 10th grade championship game. Coming up, the 11th and 12th grade championship game. The fadeaway. Brennan.
Go.
Misses.
Gotta push it. Gotta push it.
Oh, nice pass.
Good look. Really nice play. There you go.
That was Liam Wilson with a nice
Yep,
finish.
yep.
There's John Henry. We've said his name quite a few times
Oh, yeah.
this morning.
All right, give it up.
North Carolina turns it over. T-Mac up ahead.
one.
There you go. T-Mac shooting 3 for 4 today from the line, I believe. So if he can knock these down, get back into it here.
Maybe BC pick up the pressure a little
Right,
bit. Maybe
right.
get some turnovers. Stranger things have happened.
T-Mac out the line.
Nice,
Shooting
there you
2,
go.
makes the first one.
Got a real nice stroke.
He does. Not an arcing shot.
No.
Oh, yeah.
More of a laser beam, but it gets the job done. Here's T-Mac, nice look.
Oh, knock that down.
Could be big.
The kick out to Gabe Schultz. Or I'm sorry, Gabe Schmidt, number 3. Gabe Schmidt. Sorry about that, Gabe.
You know, had a good look at it.
And again, we have a number of views on this live stream, so thank you to everybody checking us out here on a Sunday morning. What's better than some Darien YMCA house basketball?
Big
And
play. There you go. There's
Galante,
that pressure we were
All
talking
right.
about on defense. If they can get that going.
Galante
timeout here.
loses the ball out of bounds.
All right, here comes Coach Kirby's amoeba defense. That's what he's going to call the timeout.
And again, a shout out to our DAF Media Network production crew, Luke Cini, camera 1, Jack Roberson, camera 2. Our director is Ethan Haas. Our assistant director is Charlie Sears. Damian Andrew alongside Will Pegler and John Humphrey. John Humphrey, Will, I don't know, does Will know this, that you're the all-time leading scorer?
I think
the
everyone in
history of
Fairfield County knows, given how many times you've told me.
I can't say it enough. Listen,
No, you can't.
Listen, in all seriousness, that is quite an accomplishment.
that's very
good.
Middlebury's
That's
had a terrific program through the years, as you and I have talked about, and to be the all-time leading scorer still to this day is impressive
Thank
stuff.
you. They won
you go.
last night against Eastern Connecticut State to advance to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA Division III
There you go.
basketball tournament. So
That's right.
Coach Jeff Brown done a great job with that program.
That's awesome.
And one.
Good take. All right.
Kirby,
Ooh, play the whistle, boys.
Kirby will head to the line and shoot a pair.
He's had some struggles from the line, both in the semifinal game and today. So hope we can knock down a couple and Coach Kirby can set up his press.
Can't get the roll. Big rebound, though.
John Henry Slaneski with the ball.
Yep, PC picking up full court.
Pushes it up the floor. Nice spin dribble. The runner
Oh.
is good.
Oh, Mark Jackson
Yep.
teardrop there.
This is a championship game
Yep.
he will not soon forget. And comes
Doing
up
it
with
on
the steal.
both
Nice
ends of the
move. He is tough to stop. Good take.
Nice pass.
Good look.
Wide open. Tyler O'Brien can't convert the layup.
Was told he was the crowd favorite by my daughters and some of their friends. Crowd favorite.
Tyler O'Brien.
Yeah. House would have erupted with that basket.
And they are starting to, some of the players coming up in the 11th and 12th grade championship game are starting to file in.
Yeah, a lot of burly football players
Yeah.
walking in the gym here.
Gonna be a lot of that in this one. A lot of
Yeah.
big guys here.
We're going to see some athletes in that next game, the 11th and 12th grade championship.
Look up. Ooh, good push.
And that'll be out of bounds off of Tyler O'Brien. So it'll be BC ball as Connor Brennan checks back into the game for North Carolina. Here's Will Kirby. Takes it baseline. Ooh,
take.
reverse.
Wow.
With the right hand, his offhand.
Showing off his athleticism there. He is a left-hander, and he goes right. The kick out to Galante, in and out. Brennan, the offensive rebound. Connor Brennan has played well for Carolina today. That's a carry, but it's not called. and the referee.
He heard you, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
High above courtside.
He missed that one. Oh, the nice behind the back move.
Oh, why not? Why not?
By Will Plunkett, and he's fouled by Gabe Schmidt.
Gabe Schmidt with the pound of the chest, don't come in my house gesture after that foul.
In and out. This is the first free throw, does Will Plunkett. Eggs Benedict back in the game.
Here we go.
You can't help
It is a
yourself.
Sunday morning, so
It
it's
is.
apropos that we use that nickname. Plunkett gets the second one. Damian Andrew, John Humphrey, Will Pegler joining you this afternoon on this DAF media broadcast as McElhouse is going to be fouled on the way back up. I believe that'll be a shooting foul for
Looks that way.
T-Mac for Thomas McElhouse. So the clock does stop at about 6:22. We are running our own internal clock here on the DAF media broadcast, so it might be a second or two off from the official clock. Joe Marzano down there taking this in, the director of the Darien YMCA basketball program. You see him a lot at high school basketball games. He runs the scoreboard for the Darien High School basketball teams, the JV and the varsity. Nice.
Got him with a travel, I
steps.
think.
But a
Take
great
it away.
behind the back pass by Will Plunkett to Michael Spenner.
Yeah, right in stride.
Really
That was
nice.
Drew Kirby still coaching over there on the sideline. His team down 17. Nearly stolen by John Henry Soneski. Will Kirby off the
Can't
back of the
follow
iron.
Soneski again.
Kirby
That was a good take.
up and in, off the glass. You get the feeling that BC still has a run in them.
You'd hope, yeah. They just got to make some stops and cut it to 10 with 3 to go. You got a shot.
So this would be a mild upset if North Carolina hangs on to win this one. They are the 2 seed. Nice take and one. Will Plunkett. So he will go to the line. And that was a foul on George Holt.
Obviously, Sloneski stepped up for this team, but a lot of other guys have come up
Yeah.
big. It's, I mean, Plunkett's obviously, he's put up a few points lately, the past few minutes. Brennan's obviously been big. So Sloneski's the leader, but other kids have definitely stepped up, and that's what you need. Can't be one guy, obviously.
Yeah. I think Brendan has been a big part of this.
Here comes Kirby. Brings the ball up the floor. Gets it to Liam Wilson. Was the intended target.
Yeah, that was a tough. That was a tough.
He was the intended receiver there.
All right, BC with a little full court pressure here.
You know, a little bit more urgency now. That's
Yeah.
going to stay with UNC.
You got to take some gambles here if you're BC.
For sure.
But Sloneski, a good ball handler.
There you go, T-Mac.
Don't fiddle around with it.
And Kirby comes up with the loose ball.
Oh!
And it goes in and out, but he gets
There
his
you
own
go,
rebound
all right.
and puts it back in.
All right, keep the pressure. Keep the
Yep.
pressure. Oh!
Good steal. Heads up.
Turn around.
Wow.
And here comes Plunkett.
Ball's going everywhere.
John Henry Sloneski with the basketball in the far corner of the court.
A foul there.
And that'll be a foul. Of course, it does not stop the clock. It's a running clock, as we mentioned in the first half of this broadcast. some of the intricate rule changes in house basketball.
Try to keep it moving.
Yep.
Stepped on the sideline there, the inbounds. So it'll go back to BC.
Turnaround in the paint.
10
Little-
seconds to get it over.
Yep.
Little full court pressure here by
Heads
BC.
up.
The down court
Oh.
pass. There's Connor Brennan.
No shot clock, so
Yeah.
you can just sit on it.
Carolina's going to run some clock
Definitely
here,
gonna try.
no question about that.
Go to the old Phil Ford four corners.
That's right, the four corners. You know, when my dad coached high school hoops, ran a lot of stall, ran a lot of four corners.
Yeah, that's fun.
And of course, no shot clock here in house hoops. Now that's my big beef in Connecticut. I
Yep.
think there should be a shot clock in Connecticut high school basketball. There is not for boys or girls. Here's Slaneski.
A rare miss.
Rebound.
And
BC is going to need to push it here.
Will Kirby pushing it up the floor. Nice look to Galante. Can't
another one.
convert
It's
the
been
layup.
story of the morning
Yep.
right there.
Yep.
And here's Connor Brennan.
They're going to be kicking themselves on the missed opportunities. Oh, good place to trap right there.
I said Galante. That was actually Liam Wilson that missed that
Oh, great.
layup.
I'm glad he's probably happy with that correction.
That I corrected that.
Great.
And North Carolina, they're going to go to that
Definitely slowing
Yeah.
it down here.
four corners. That'll be a foul. Again, this clock does not stop.
Until the magical 2.
And now it does stop. The 2-minute warning in house hoops. I told you guys this would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Of course.
This has been a blast. Thanks so much for joining us on this DAF Media broadcast. Here's John Henry, kicks it out to Michael Spenner. Gets the ball batted away, regroups. Here's John Henry now.
Oh.
And he loses the
BC's
handle,
ball.
loses the ball out of bounds.
Should see a lot of threes here in
Yeah.
the last few minutes now. BC's definitely going to put up some threes.
Let it fly.
Here we go. Hey, there you go.
George Holt with a big 3. We trap him right there. It's backcourt.
Backcourt.
And that'll be a backcourt violation on Frank Drugi.
Coach Drew Kirby for BC still coaching over there. He's not throwing in the towel yet.
Looks like Holt wants another
yeah,
three.
he's got to let it fly. Shoot that.
Give it off.
Kirby, he'll let it fly off the side of the iron.
He's gassed.
John Henry Sloneski
Inside of a
into the
minute now.
into the front court to Will Plunkett. He's double teamed on the far side of the court.
He got him with a push, I think. Big crowd piling in here for the 11th and 12th grade game. Oh, another 3.
Well,
Liam Wilson with a big
9
3.
points now,
Cut it
yeah.
to 9. Could be a little too late, though. Now they start heating up.
Yep, yeah. Obviously, UNC is going to try to hold it here, so.
I think we're in the 1-and-1.
Right, yeah, looks that way.
I like the way his arm is next to those as far as I think we should reposition those, get them away for the second game. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
So 41.4 seconds remaining in this one, in what has been a game that has been really dominated by North Carolina in this 9th and 10th grade Darien YMCA House Basketball Championship. As Sloneski makes the first free throw, it's a 10-point lead now for Carolina, and it looks like they are on their way to the championship.
Yep.
Looks that way.
Ooh, a little talking going on at the line there.
In and
It
out.
worked.
Kirby clears
Need
it,
a quick bucket and a timeout.
Quick three. Here's Holt. Oh,
Oh,
and it's
Wow.
blocked.
Get
Nice
that outta
block by Will
Wow.
Plunkett. Will Plunkett is going to take it all the way, throws it up, draws the foul. He just threw it up there to draw the foul.
this is my time.
yep. That was a fun sequence.
Yeah.
Big time block.
What if you're going to sub for Slaneski here to get him the appreciation
Oh,
from the
yeah.
crowd
Oh,
for
yeah.
his performance? Might not be a bad move by Coach Brennan here. Good season for both teams. Now we're going to have a decent crowd here for the next
Yeah, a
game.
lot of people are
No
finally in.
question.
A lot of
No
students,
question.
too. Everybody wants to get a look at final year for house ball for a lot of these seniors,
Yeah.
too. So
A lot of
see
bragging
how that
rights
piece fit.
for
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My team
all
went down in the
summer.
semis. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Never
Heard
forget
a lot
it.
about it. No. Oh. Still really good defense here from UNC.
Let it fly.
Yep. Why not? Oh,
I think it hit the support for the
yeah.
basket.
way up
I
there.
think they're just going to run it out here.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to let him run it out. And UNC taking this one.
UNC heels.
So North Carolina is going to prevail here in the house basketball 9th and 10th grade championship as they beat Boston College by the final of 50 to 40, 51 to 40. And that will do it here from Middlesex Middle School as Carolina wins. John Henry Slaneski, Will Pegler, a big game for him.
Huge game.
And now the 11th and 12th grade championship game is coming up. We are going to say goodbye. We will be back momentarily for the championship game of the 11th and 12th grade House Basketball League here at Middlesex Middle School. We'll be right back, everybody.